Today's the day. You've been preparing all week for this gig, but yesterday you felt a slight niggle in the throat, and despite your best attempts to ward it off by overdosing on vitamin C, you've woken with a sensation in your throat that can only be described as gargling broken glass. Every time you swallow, you feel sharp shards of pain, and your voice? Well, let's just say you are Barry White incarnate. What should you do? You've worked so hard in the lead up to tonight's performance, and you've got people counting on you. Okay, step into my studio. Let's have a chat.
Sound check. Check 1, check 2.
Hi there, welcome to Voice Essentials. My name is Dr. Dan and I'm a contemporary singing voice specialist. It's my job to help you get the very best out of your singing voice. Now, unless you're one of my regular subscribers, you're probably watching this video under some duress because you've got a looming performance that requires you to be 100% fit and healthy, but right now you feel anything but fit and healthy. I hope you're feeling better soon. Firstly, let's ascertain what's going on with you and your voice. Laryngitis is a term that singers often apply quite liberally to a wide range of vocal conditions. Basically, laryngitis is a swelling of the laryngeal muscles, which in turn leaves the voice in a weakened state. It's important that we ascertain the primary cause of your laryngitis because the underlying origin of the swelling will determine whether or not you proceed with your impending performance. Now, today's video is only going to deal with acute laryngitis. Acute is the term we use to denote impairment that only lasts between a few days up to a few weeks. There are longer forms of voice impairment that are typically referred to as chronic laryngitis. We use the term chronic to signal vocal conditions that are longer lasting. Triggers for chronic laryngitis include smoking, systemic dehydration and reflux. Generally speaking, we treat chronic laryngitis through changes of behaviour or medication. So, for example, the best way to repair a voice that suffers from smoking-induced laryngitis is to, you guessed it, stop smoking. Perhaps we'll talk about chronic laryngitis in a future video. But as I stated, today we're going to zero in on the shorter form, acute laryngitis.
Sound check.
Now, before we go any further, let me state very clearly that I cannot and will not diagnose your vocal condition here on YouTube. I can, as many of you have seen in the comments threads of my videos, make suggestions as to what might be troubling a voice, whether it be pathological or functional, but ultimately, these educated suggestions are only guides. In many cases, the only way to ascertain what is going on with the health of a larynx is to have it assessed by a laryngologist. Until we actually see inside the larynx itself, even the best guess is only speculation. So, with that important caveat in place, let's proceed with understanding acute laryngitis a little better. Typically brought about by viral or bacterial infection, acute laryngitis can be a singer's worst nightmare because it can render a perfectly healthy singer mute overnight. Personally, I think this is one of the most stressful things about being the singer in a band. No other musician runs the risk of going to bed one night with a perfectly functional instrument only to wake up the next morning to find that their instrument is completely unusable. No, we singers have to contend with a biological instrument that is both incredibly durable while also being extremely susceptible to environmental factors, including infectious pathogens. I'm guessing the burning question on your lips right now is, okay, but is my voice completely unusable today? What kind of risks am I running by doing the gig while my voice feels like I've been gargling paint stripper? Well, I can't tell you not to do the gig, and if my 20 years of teaching experience has taught me anything, it's that the show must go on, even when it really doesn't need to. So, against my better sense of judgment, let me provide you with a range of considerations as you prepare to do that performance that you probably shouldn't do.
Sound check.
In the interest of full disclosure, my research for today's video was almost completely referenced from the text Manual of Singing Voice Rehabilitation by Leda Skirse, and the following advice I'm about to give is taken directly from her text. Why reinvent the wheel when the wheel is already excellent? Hopefully I've already impressed upon you that proceeding with your performance while your voice is in a compromised state carries the risk of sustaining a serious and even permanent injury. But have you also considered that you run the risk of damaging your reputation as a singer by delivering a substandard vocal performance? This second risk is perhaps more important for those of us who are being paid for our singing, but I think it's worth contemplating regardless of your professional standing. So again, if you've decided that the risk is worth the reward, and I stress it often isn't, be sure to do the following things to mitigate the dangers associated with your choice. Firstly, start by doing my 3-phase warm-up. I'll place a link in the description below so you can familiarise yourself with the 3-phase preparation of your voice for singing. Warming the voice for use is crucial when your voice is 100% healthy. How much more so when your voice feels like a dog's breakfast? Secondly, drown your laryngeal sorrows in 3 litres of water. Hydration is so important, and it will assist your body to reduce the severity of infection. Water also plays its part when you steam with a personal inhaler. Again, I'll leave a link below to a great video for more about the benefits of steam for the sick voice. Suffice to say, water in both its liquid and vapour forms is a singer's best friend. Now thirdly, it can be tempting to overuse the voice in an attempt to get it moving, hoping that the voice will come good with a good hour or two of singing. No, your voice doesn't have that much juice in the tank. Now that your voice is sick, you're going to have to rely on those hours of practice that you've already done in the lead up to the gig in the previous week. Your vocal use should now be heavily reduced in an attempt to reserve what little the voice has for the performance. If possible, consider adapting the performance program you had planned to sing. Changing the keys of the songs or changing the songs altogether might be exactly what gets you through the gig. It may even be possible to negotiate singing less material. For example, perhaps you're booked to do a 3-set night. Is it possible to reduce it to 2? Or perhaps you can give the instrumentalists longer solos, which they'll love, so that you can have longer periods of no singing on stage. Ultimately, it's all about doing whatever it takes to keep the voice buoyant long enough to complete the vocal task. I know there are times when, despite better judgment and advice, you will need to sing with a voice that should be doing everything but making sound. At these times, proceed with extreme caution. And if you do get to the other side of the gig and you're concerned that you may have sustained a vocal injury, then seek out professional care immediately. Don't wait days or weeks. Get yourself straight to a laryngologist clinic for a checkup. Okay, I hope after today's video you are more informed and empowered to make a good decision about the health of your voice. Please make the right decision. I'll give you a hint, the right decision is often the hardest to make. I'm always keen to read your comments below, so please share your stories and experiences with the wider Voice Essentials community. And if this is your first time to Voice Essentials, g'day, I hope today's video has been helpful. Allow me to invite you over to my channel for more videos about vocal health and singing technique. Each one has been designed to develop your voice and improve your sound. I hope to see you in the next Voice Essentials video. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.